Hello students, welcome back to Just Learn channel. Today we are going to learn 11th Standard English Unit 1 Prose Book Back exercises from page number 4 to 19. I'm sure this video will be very helpful for you, so watch till the end without skipping. Before we go into this video, if you're not yet subscribed our channel, do subscribe and press the bell icon for the regular notification of my videos. Work hard in silence. Let success make the noise. Let's begin with the glossary which is given in page number 4 and 5. First one, mantelpiece. Shelf projecting from the wall above a fireplace. ஒரு நெருப்பிடத்துக்கு மேலே இருக்கிற ஒரு ஸ்லாப். Upskirt. Inconsistent or illogical. எதிர்மறையான, நியாயமற்ற. Third one is fables. Tales or stories. கதைகள். Fourth one is hobbled. Walked unsteadily. நொண்டி நொண்டி நடக்கிறது. Fifth one is pucker. To contract the face into wrinkles. சுருக்கம். அதாவது முகத்தில் வயதானவர்களுக்கு வருகிற சுருக்கம். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் எக்ஸ்பான்ஸ், வைட் ஸ்ப்ரெட், பரவலாக. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் மோனோட்டோனஸ், அன்சேஞ்சிங் ஆர் போரிங், தட் இஸ் சலிப்பு, சோர்வு, இதெல்லாம் சொல்லலாம். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் ஸ்னாப்ட், ப்ரோக் ஆர் கட், உடைத்தல், வெட்டுதல். தென் நைன்த் ஒன் இஸ் செக்லூஷன், தட் இஸ் ஐசோலேஷன், தனிமைப்படுத்துதல். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் பெட்லாம், நாய்ஸி கன்ஃபியூஷன், குழப்பமான இல்லைனா கூச்சலான சத்தம், குழப்பமான சத்தம் அப்படி சொல்லலாம். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் பர்ஷ், சாட் ஆர் ரெஸ்டட், அமர்தல், தங்குதல், இளைப்பாறுதல். ரெப்யூக்ஸ், ஸ்கோல்டிங், திட்டுதல். டிலாபிடேட்டட், டேமேஜ்ட், சேதம். பேலர், unhealthy pale appearance, சோகை, வெளிர் தோற்றம், உடம்பு சரியில்லைன்னா வெளிர் தோற்றம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, that is called pallor. Shroud, cloth used to wrap a dead person. ஸோ டெட் பாடியை வந்து ஒயிட் கிளாத்தால் கவர் பண்ணுறது. பேஜ் நம்பர் 6. Read the following words and choose the correct antonyms from the options given. Antonyms அப்படின்னா ஆப்போசிட்ஸ். ஸோ இப்போ இங்கே கொடுத்துருக்காங்க வேர்ட்ஸில் நம்ம வந்து ஆப்போசிட்ஸை வந்து சூஸ் பண்ணணும் கரெக்டாக. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் மாய்ஸ்ட். ஸோ மாய்ஸ்ட்டுக்கு ஆப்போசிட் பார்த்திங்கன்னா அரிட். மாய்ஸ்ட் அப்படின்னா ஈரப்பதம், அரிட் அப்படின்னா வறண்ட தன்மை. ஸோ இதுக்கு ஆப்போசிட் வந்து அரிட். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் ஃப்ரிவலஸ். ஃப்ரிவலஸ்னால் என்ன, எந்த ஒரு விஷயத்தையும் சாதாரணமாக எடுத்துக்கிறது. அப்போ இதோட ஆப்போசிட் பார்த்திங்கன்னா இங்கே சீரியஸ், தீவிரமாக செயல்படுதல். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் ஒமிட்டட். ஒமிட்டட்னா என்னது, தவிர்த்தல். ஸோ அதுக்கு ஆப்போசிட் இங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இன்க்ளூடட். இன்க்ளூடட்னா சேர்த்தல். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் ப்ரொட்டஸ்ட். ப்ரொட்டஸ்ட்னா எதிர்ப்பு. இதோட ஆப்போசிட் பார்த்திங்கன்னா இங்கே அக்செப்ட். அக்செப்ட்னா ஏற்றுக்கொள்வது. ஃபிஃப்த் ஒன் செரினிட்டி. செரினிட்டினா அமைதி. ஆங்ஸைட்டி, அதுதான் இதோட ஆப்போசிட். ஆங்ஸைட்டின்னு வரும்போது கவலைப்படுறது. ஸ்கேட்டர்ட். ஸ்கேட்டர்ட் அப்படின்னா சிதறி கிடப்பது. இதுக்கு ஆப்போசிட் பார்த்திங்கன்னா கேதர்ட். கேதர்ட்னா கூடியிருப்பது. மோனோட்டோனஸ். மோனோட்டோனஸ்னால் சலிப்புத்தன்மை. அதுக்கு ஆப்போசிட் இங்கே இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங். இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் வரும்போது உற்சாகம். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் fill in the blanks using the appropriate compound words from those given in the box. Now, what do you mean by compound words? Compound words are comprised of two different words that join together to create a new meaning. ரெண்டு வெவ்வேறான வார்த்தைகளை இணைத்து புதிய வார்த்தையும் அதன் பொருளையும் உருவாக்குறது தான் காம்பவுண்ட் வேர்ட்ஸ். இப்போ நமக்கு இங்கே பாக்ஸில் கொஞ்சம் வேர்ட்ஸ் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. சிங், சாங், ரெண்டு வெவ்வேறான வார்த்தைகள். இப்போ அதை இணைச்சு வேறு ஒரு மீனிங்கை உருவாக்குறாங்க இல்லையா. ஸோ சிங் சாங், ஓவர் ஸ்ட்ரெயினிங், ஸ்பாட்லெஸ், ஜென்டில் ஃபாக், கிராண்ட் மதர், கோர்ட்யார்ட், சன்செட், half hour, homecoming. So like this words are given here. Now அதுக்கு மேலே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு passage கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. So we have to find the exact answer to apply there. Now let's see the answers. Rita hurried along the road dressed in her spotless new dress towards the bus stop. Before sunset, she had to reach the house of her grandmother. But the first half hour of her travel was slow due to traffic jam. Her homecoming would be regarded with joy. She was overstraining herself to reach the place. When she finally stepped into the courtyard, she was received with a big hug by her kind aunt. She was in time to join the gentlefolk at the village for a sing-song. Next one, page number 6. Frame meaningful sentences of your own using the following expressions from the story. Use a dictionary if required. My dear students, I think this will be the right time to share you about the uses of dictionary. Using a dictionary is a very good habit. It helps you to improve your vocabulary explanation. And I'm very sad to say nowadays, very less people use dictionary to understand the meaning of difficult words, and others, they use their smartphone for this search. I'm sure that you will gain more knowledge while using the dictionary than you use your smartphone to identify the meaning. Now come back to the exercises. First one, the thought was almost revolting. Means it is very hard to believe. Next one, an expanse of pure white serenity. So serenity means the entire sentence means it is calm and peace. Third one, a turning point. Turning point means a great change, a tremendous or terrible change. Fourth one, accepted her seclusion with resignation. That is, accepting the fact or accepting the life. Fifth one, frivolous rebukes. Frivolous rebukes is soft scolding, scolding very softly. Now let's see the example sentence for all these 5. First one, the thought was almost revolting. My brother's thought of selling our ancestral house is almost revolting to me. Second one, an expanse of pure white serenity. Prema is an expanse of pure white serenity. A turning point. My friendship with Lada is turning point in my life. Accepted a seclusion with resignation. My parents proposed to me to study medicine that I did not like it, but I accepted their seclusion with resignation. Frivolous rebukes. I got frivolous rebukes often from my father. Page number 7, prefixes and suffixes. Let's learn what do you mean by prefix. A prefix is a letter or a group of letters which is added to the beginning of a root word in order to modify it. Usually the new word formed is opposite of the given word. So prefix na ஒரு வார்த்தையோட தொடக்கத்துல நம்ம சேர்க்கிற எழுத்து தான் prefix. Now let's learn what do you mean by suffix. A suffix is a letter or a group of letters added to the end of a root word. அதே வார்த்தையோட எண்ட்ல சேர்க்கிற இணைக்கிற ஒரு எழுத்துக்கள் தான் suffix. Let's learn the examples which is given in the textbook. Her silver locks were scattered untidily over her pale, puckered face, and her lips constantly moved in inaudible prayer. In the above sentence, the word inaudible is formed by adding the prefix in to the root or the base word audible. இங்கே root word எதுன்னு பார்த்தா audible. இதோட அதோட opposite formation word வந்து in. Audible, inaudible. So like this you have to write the prefix. In the above sentence, we also come across the word constantly. So in the same sentence, நம்ம constantly என்ற வேர்டையும் நம்ம பார்க்குறோம். Here the suffix ly is added to the root word constant. Root word constant அப்படின்ற வேர்டோட ly அந்த letters நம்ம add பண்ணுறோம். So it is suffix. It is added at the end of the word. Next, words that are derived or formed from the base word by adding prefixes and suffixes are called derivatives. ஒரு அடிப்படையான வார்த்தையிலிருந்து உருவாக்கப்படும் சொற்கள். Now here the example is given like this, honest. The word honest is given and here two derivatives, dishonest, honesty. dis, that is prefix, and for suffix they have added y. Let's complete this exercise. We have to form two derivatives for each of the following words given here. First one, manage. Management, manager. Next one, differ, different, difference. Third one, beauty. We can write beautiful, beautician. Next one, peace. Peaceful, peacefully. Next one is arrange. Arrangement, disarrange. Next one is collect. Collection, collector. Next one, approve. Unapproved, approval. Next one, narrate. Narrative, narration. Next one, class. Classic, classify. Next topic in page number 7 is homophones. What do you mean by homophones? Homophones are the words that sound alike but are different in spelling and meaning. ஒரு வார்த்தையோட சவுண்ட் கேட்கும்போது ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்கும், ஆனால் அதோட மீனிங்கும் வேறு, ஸ்பெல்லிங்கும் வேறையாக இருக்கும். Before we complete this exercise, let's learn the pronunciation, spelling and its meanings. So let's see one by one. First one is break. B-R-A-K-E. இந்த ஸ்பெல்லிங் வந்துச்சுன்னா இட் இஸ் அ மெக்கானிக்கல் டிவைஸ். அதாவது டூ வீலர்லலாம் பிரேக் இருக்கும் இல்லையா, இல்லை வண்டியிலலாம் பிரேக் இருக்கும் இல்லையா, அந்த பிரேக்கை ரெஃபர் பண்ணுறாங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் B-R-E-A-K. திட் இஸ் இன்டர்வல், அ ஷார்ட் பிரேக். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் வேஸ்ட். W-A-S-T-E. இட் இஸ் டிஸ்போசபிள் சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ், தூக்கி போட வேண்டிய பொருட்கள். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் W-A-I-S-T. இட் இஸ் அ பார்ட் ஆஃப் த அப்டமன், இடுப்பு பகுதி. தேர்ட் ஒன் பிரின்சிபல். P-R-I-N-C-I-P-A-L வந்துச்சுன்னா it represents the school principal, அதாவது முதன்மை. P-R-I-N-C-I-P-L-E இந்த ஸ்பெல்லிங் வந்துச்சுன்னா கொள்கை. ஃபோர்த் ஒன் bread. B-R-E-D இந்த ஸ்பெல்லிங் இனப்பெருக்கம், இதை ரெஃபர் பண்ணுது. B-R-E-A-D அப்படின்னா ஃபுட், தட் இஸ் உணவு. ஃபிஃப்த் ஒன் லெசன். L-E-S-S-E-N லெசன்னா குறைது. L-E-S-S-O-N அப்படின்னா பாடம். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் பேல். P-A-L-E இந்த பேல் வந்து வெளுத்து போவது, அதாவது வெளந்து போவது அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, உடம்பு சரியில்லைன்னா. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் பேல். P-A-I-L that is bucket. Seventh one is through. T-H-R-O-U-G-H. This word expresses the movement. இதன் வழியாக. T-H-R-E-W அப்படின்னா தூக்கி எறிகிறது. லாஸ்ட் ஒன் corpse. C-O-R-P-S-E அப்படின்னா டெட் பாடின்னு அர்த்தம். அடுத்தது C-O-R-P-S அப்படின்னா ஒரு அமைப்பு, யூனிட். Now let's learn the answers. The pronunciation is same. We have to apply the correct spelling. First one, we have a short break between this session. Here the spelling is B-R-E-A-K. The car skidded to a halt when I applied the brake. Here the spelling is B-R-A-K-E. Second one, Shivani wears a belt around her waist. Here the spelling is W-A-I-S-T. We should never misuse or waste natural resources. Here the spelling is W-A-S-T-E. Third one, oxygen is the principal element present in the Earth's crust. Here the spelling is P-R-I-N-C-I-P-A-L. Both these missions work on the same principle. Here the spelling is P-R-I-N-C-I-P-L-E. Turtle should be bred in a healthy environment. Here the spelling is B-R-E-D. I like to have toasted bread for breakfast. Here the spelling is B-R-E-A-D. Fifth one, this medicine will lessen your pain. Here the spelling is L-E-S-S-E-N. Finally, the manager learnt a lesson the hard way. Here the spelling is L-E-S-S-O-N. Sixth one, the child looks very sick and pale. Here the spelling is P-A-L-E. I need a pail of water to wash these cups. Here the spelling is P-A-I-L. Seventh one, Ravi picked the banana peel and threw it in the dustbin. Here the spelling is T-H-R-E-W. The soldiers had to pass through a dark tunnel. Here the spelling is T-H-R-O-U-G-H. Eighth one, the corpse was covered with a shroud. Here the spelling is C-O-R-P-S-E. Next one, a 5-day annual training camp for the senior cadet of the National Cadet Corps has been organized. Here the spelling is C-O-R-P-S. Now we are going to learn the grammar part. Articles and determiners. It is given in page number 10. In English, there are 3 articles, a and the. The definite article, the, is used before a noun to identify specific objects. For example, the book, the sun, the moon. The indefinite article is a and. It is used before a noun to identify general objects. For example, a car, a book, a dog, an apple, an umbrella. Next is determiners. There are 5 types of determiners. They are demonstrative, possessive adjectives, quantifiers, numbers, ordinals. Now we can learn few examples for each types. Demonstrative, this, that, these, those. Possessive adjectives: my, your, his, her, its, our, your, their. Quantifiers: some, any, few, little, more, much, any, every. Numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 100. Ordinals: first, second, third, last, next. Learn all the answers. Page number 11. Read the paragraph below and fill in the blanks using a, an, or the. It is said that we can use a computer or the computer. It is said that a computer is an electronic extension of the human brain. Therefore, in principle, a computer can do all those activities which a human brain can do. Today, computers are found to be the most useful devices as knowledge providers. An important field of computer applications, the development of robots along with the internet have brought a drastic change in communication system. Next, in the following paragraph, insert a, an, or the wherever necessary and rewrite the sentence. In our family, we have planned to take the children to zoo. The next Sunday, a van has been arranged and we are sure to have a comfortable journey. Zoo is an interesting place for children who enjoy watching animals and wish to know more about them. Even youngsters love to visit zoo. Next one, fill in the blanks with appropriate determiners. Articles have been included. Here the articles a and the is included in this passage. Now we have to fill in the blanks with the determiners. Once the emperor gave a bag of seeds to his council of ministers and said that he would give them 6 months' time to grow the seeds. Whoever does a good job will be made the next emperor of that empire. All the ministers took their task seriously. After 6 months, many ministers had small plants in their pots. A few had very large plants. Some had medium-sized plants. The emperor entered the hall. He was much amused to see those plants. He called the first minister and asked him what he did with the seed. That minister explained the process he adopted to make his plant grow. The emperor called every minister to explain that he did. Only one minister had come with an empty pot. They laughed loudly at the foolishness of this minister. But the emperor applauded him and made him the next emperor. Do you know why? He had given them boiled seeds which will not grow. Only that minister was honest. Next one, fill in the blanks with appropriate determiners. First one, they came early but there was dash work to do. Little, a little. The answer is a little. Next one, Anand invited dash friends for the birthday party. In a bracket they have given few, a few. Answer is a few. The teacher gave dash student a separate topic for the assignment. In a bracket they have given all, every. The answer is every. Dash the water overflowed from the tank. In a bracket they have given most of, many. So the answer is most of the water. Each one of my dash wished me on my birthday. Friend, friends. Each one vandale S என்றதை add பண்ணணும். So here the answer is friends. Vijay had dash idea about the problem. No, any. The answer is no. Adi had taken dash photos during the program. Much, many. Here the answer is many photos. Dash girls who attended the class informed the others about the test. In a bracket they have given some, few. Here the answer is some. Next grammar part is tenses from unit 1, which is given in page number 12. Before we begin, let's see what a tense is. A tense is a form taken by a verb to indicate when a particular action happened at the time of speaking. We have 3 major divisions of time: the past, present and future, and each category is further divided into 4 aspects that makes up 12 tenses in all. So we have totally 12 tenses in English, 4 aspects in present, 4 aspects in past and 4 aspects in future. Now we are going to learn the names of all the 12 tenses and the general form it makes in each tenses. Before we go into tenses, we have to learn what is V1, V2 and V3. It is nothing but verb 1, verb 2 and verb 3. Verb 1 is used for present tense, verb 2 is used for past tense and verb 3 is used for past participle. Let's learn along with the example sentence. We play. We play is used for present tense. We played, past tense. And we had played, past participle. Please forgive me. He forgave him. He had forgiven him. So forgive, forgave, forgiven. I lost my ring. She rang the bell. She heard that the doorbell had rung. Ring, rang, rung. We got to hide. She hid behind the door. She was found hidden. Hide, hid, hidden. Now let's learn all the 12 tenses and its forms. First one is present tense. In present tense we have 4 aspects, and that is present simple, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Let's see the forms. For present simple, subject plus V1 plus object. Present continuous, subject plus am, is, are plus verb plus ing plus object. Present perfect, subject plus have or has, V3 plus object. Present perfect continuous, subject plus have been or has been plus verb plus ing plus object. Next one is past tense, and let's learn the 4 aspects in past tense. Past simple, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. Let's see the forms. For past simple, subject plus V2 plus object. Past perfect, past continuous, subject plus was or were plus verb plus ing plus object. Past perfect, subject plus had plus V3 plus object. Past perfect continuous, subject plus had been plus verb plus ing plus object. Next one is future tense. Let's see the 4 aspects in future. Future simple, future continuous, future perfect continuous. Let's see the forms. For future simple, subject plus will plus verb plus object. Future continuous, subject plus will be plus verb plus ing plus object. Future perfect, subject will have plus V3 plus object. Future perfect continuous, subject plus will have been plus verb plus ing plus object. So generally we know what is subject, and it is nothing but the name of a person, place, things or animals. And verb is nothing but an action word. Object. Object in a sentence is always a thing or a person who received the action of a verb. And finally the adjunct. It indicates a time, a manner, a place or a reason. Now let's learn all the 12 tenses and its forms with an example sentence. The first one is present tense. Present tense, there are 4 aspects, and they are present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous. And the forms are for present simple, subject plus V1 verb plus object plus adjunct. Example sentence, Saran writes a poem every day. So Saran is a subject, writes is V1 verb, a poem is object, every day is adjunct. Present continuous, subject plus am, is, are plus verb plus ing, it is nothing but gerund. Verb plus ing is gerund, plus object plus adjunct. Here the example sentence, Saran is writing a poem right now. Saran is a subject, is writing, that is gerund, verb plus ing, object a poem, adjunct right now. Next one, present perfect, subject plus have or has plus V3 plus object. The example sentence, Saran has written the poem. Subject is Saran, has, V3 verb is written, object the poem. Next one, present perfect continuous. The forms is subject plus have been or has been plus verb plus ing plus object plus urgent. The example sentence, Saran has been writing a poem for 2 hours. Subject is Saran. Has been. Verb plus ing is writing. Object is a poem. Urgent is for 2 hours. Now past tense. 4 aspects in past tense are past simple, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. Let's see the forms. Past simple, subject plus V2 plus O plus A. Example sentence, Saran wrote a poem yesterday. Saran is a subject, V2 wrote, object is a poem, urgent is yesterday. Past continuous, subject plus was or were plus verb plus ing plus O plus A. Example sentence, Saran was writing a poem when his friends arrived. Here, Saran is a subject, was, verb plus ing is writing, object a poem, A is when his friends arrived. Next one, past perfect. Subject plus had plus V3 plus O plus A. Example sentence, Saran had written a poem when his friends arrived. Subject is Saran, had, V3 verb is written, object is a poem, urgent when his friends arrive. Past perfect continuous. Subject plus had been plus verb plus ing plus O plus A. Example sentence, Saran had been writing a poem for 2 hours when his friends arrived. Here, Saran is a subject, had been, verb plus ing is writing, object is a poem, urgent for 2 hours when his friends arrived. The next one is future tense. Let's see all the 4 aspects. Future simple, future continuous, future perfect and future perfect continuous. Let's see the forms. For future simple, subject plus will plus verb plus object plus urgent. Sentence, Saran will write a poem tomorrow. Subject is Saran. Will, verb is write, object a poem. A, tomorrow. Next one, future continuous. Subject plus will be plus verb plus ing plus O plus A. Sentence, Saran will be writing a poem when his friends arrive. Here, subject is Saran, will be, verb plus ing is writing, O is a poem, A is when his friends arrive. Future perfect. Subject plus will have plus V3 plus O plus A. Example sentence, Saran will have written a poem by the time his friends arrive. Here the subject is Saran, will have, V3 verb is written, O a poem, urgent by the time his friends arrive. The last one, future perfect continuous. Subject plus will have been plus verb plus ing plus O plus A. Example sentence, Saran will have been writing a poem for 4 days. Here subject is Saran, will have been, verb plus ing is writing, object a poem, urgent for 4 days. So when we learn tenses, it is very important that you should be very thorough with all the 12 tenses and its forms. So learn it properly before you get into the example sentence. Now, according to the page wise, I'll display the answers for all the exercises. Take a note of it. Next topic is notice writing, which is in page number 17. Let's see what is notice writing and what is the purpose of writing notice. Notice writing is a formal means of communication. The purpose of notice writing is to bring to notice a certain piece of information to a group of people. It gives important information about something that is about to take place or has taken place. Notice writing அப்படினா அறிவிப்பு எழுதுதல். அறிவிப்பு எழுதுதல் என்பது தகவல் தொடர்புக்கான முறையான வழிமுறையாகும். அறிவிப்பு எழுத்தின் நோக்கம் ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட நபர்களுக்கு அல்லது குறிப்பிட்ட குழுக்களுக்கு மிக முக்கியமான தகவலை கவனத்தில் கொண்டு செல்வதாகும். இது நடக்கவிருக்கும் அல்லது நடந்ததை பற்றிய முக்கியமான தகவல்களை தருகிறது. Here is an example for notice writing in page number 18. This is the notice for 11th and 12th students is about workshop on praise writing on 2nd February 2018 Friday at 9 a.m. in school auditorium. So here they have mentioned the school name, Government Higher Secondary School Minjur. Then the notice is about what? Workshop on praise writing. They have mentioned the date. This is the correct procedure to write the date. 1st February 2018. You should not write 1/2/2018. Now you have to start in this way. This is to inform all the students of class 11 and 12 that the workshop on praise writing will be held at 9 a.m. on 2nd February 2018 Friday in the school auditorium. It is mandatory for all students to attend the workshop. For any type of query, please contact the undersigned. So the head girl name is given here. The next topic is message, which is given in page number 18. A message is a verbal, written or recorded communication sent to or left for a recipient who cannot be contacted directly. ஒரு செய்தி என்பது வாய்மொழி, எழுதப்பட்ட அல்லது பதிவு செய்யப்பட்ட தகவல் தொடர்பு ஆகும். இது நேரடியாக தொடர்பு கொள்ள முடியாத ஒருவருக்கு அனுப்பப்படும் தகவல். So look at the example which is given in page number 18. Valli attends a phone call during her father's absence. It is from her father's friend. Later she leaves a message for him as she has to leave for her dance class. First she has mentioned the time and the date and she has started the message like this. Hi Dad. Your friend Mr. Bala from Salem called this morning to inform you that he has come to Chennai and will be visiting us this evening with his family. Valli. By this we have completed Unit 1 Prose Book Back exercises. Hope you all understood and enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching.